Check. Check.
Fabulous. Jen McKee, are you ready to win the watermelon? I've already told everyone. You better not be backing down. Okay, 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 sounds good. Let's see, we have Carter on our team. No, on our team, yes. So we've got Carter. Who said, we'll have to see. Oh, Josh, he's an eater. Yeah, Josh is an eater, but here's the thing, it's how we build the team because it's the first team to have eaten all the watermelon. So he loves watermelon, but he can only have one piece. So we've got you and Carter, so you need to figure out maybe Tad. 4. Yeah. And students, we've got to get our big eaters. Josh, get that figured out. Okay, it's 6 o'clock. Cass, can you get everyone in here? Okay, we need everyone in the front 3 rows, please. Lauren, thrilled you were here, my friend. How are you at your eating skills, Lauren? Oh, throwing it down. Throwing it down. Yeah, I think Lauren could do some damage. Okay, everyone, first 3 rows, please. Come on up. We're going to get started and have a fun night as the parents whoop the students yet again. Lauren. I know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Josh, you going the wrong way, buddy? This way. What students are big watermelon eaters? No? None of you ladies? Do we have someone good? Tad? Yes! Okay, so Josh, you're going to be the captain of the student watermelon eating team because you have the biggest reputation for food and watermelon. So Lauren is one of yours, but you guys need to find 2 other huge eaters. Jacobs, he's not a big eater. Dylan, come on in, buddy. Caleb Engel, Mr. Engel. Oh, we need Dave Danglis. Dave Danglis is on our team. Yes. Dave, you're number 4 on our watermelon team. Number 4. Okay, everyone, first 3 rows, please. First 3 rows. 1, 2, 3. Rows. Don't know how to say that in Espanol. That's red. Reds. Okay. We need Tad to explain our game. Dave, can you get him in here for me? Okay, we've got Connie and Julian rounding out our parental team. Okay, so we're going to start off tonight with our flag football. Capture the flag football. Perfect. Logan? Now, Logan's an eater, I would guess. He might bring some glory to the team. Yeah. Well, Josh is the captain, and Okay, Tad Betancourt, are you ready to explain your phenomenal game to our crew? Emma, I don't know if you're a threat or not, Emma. Are you sure? Okay, so do we need just everyone out there? Okay. Perfect. Let's do it.
You are my true north. Oh, you are my true north. I will follow you into the dark. This is no performance, Lord. I pray it's worship. Empty words I can't afford. I'm not chasing feelings. That's not why I'm singing. You're the reason for my song. Put every voice. And I only wanna sing if I sing with everything. If I sing for you, my King. I can't imagine why I would do this all for high. 'Cause it's all to lift you high. Come on. You don't want perfection, just my soul's attention. All I have is what I'll give. And more than a song that lasts a moment, I live a life of honest worship. If I'm here to sing, then I sing with purpose. All the praise, Lord, you deserve it now. I only wanna sing if I sing with everything. If I sing for you, my King. Come on, lift your voice. And I can't imagine why I would do this all for high. 'Cause it's all to lift you high. Whoa. was buried beneath my shame. Who could carry that kind of weight? It was my tomb till I made. I was breathing but not alive. All my failures I tried to hide. It was my tomb, yeah, till I made. You called my name and I ran out of that place, out of the darkness, into your glorious day. You called my name, and I ran out of that place, out of the darkness, into your glorious day. Now your mercy has saved my soul. Now your freedom is all that I know. Listen, the old made new. Jesus, when I met you, oh, what it take when you called my name. Come on, and I ran out of the darkness into your glorious day. You called my name, and I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness into your glorious day. This is my story. This is your story. Come on, listen. I needed rescue. My sin was heavy, but chains break at the weight of your glory. I needed shelter. I was an orphan. Now you call me a citizen of heaven. Where I was broken, you were my healing. Now your love is the air that I'm breathing. I have a future, my eyes are open. 'Cause when you call my name, shout it, I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness, into your glorious day. You called my name, and I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness, into your glorious day. Oh, come on, hey. 2017, let's hear it. The loudest shout you've got in you. Give it to us. Come on.
Now the
earth gives way, for the risen one has overcome. Yes, he has. And for every fear, there's an empty grave, for the risen one has overcome. We will not be moved when the earth gives way, for the risen one has overcome. And for every fear, there's an empty grave, for the risen one has overcome. between us. By the cross you came and broke them down. You broke them down. And there were chains around us. By your grace we are no longer bound. No longer bound. You called me out of the grave. You called me into the light. You called my name and then my heart came alive. Your love is greater. Your love is stronger. Your love awakens, awakens, awakens me. Your love is greater. Your love is stronger. Your love awakens, awakens, awakens me. Feel the darkness shaking. All the dead are coming back to life. Back to life. You hear the song awaken. All creation singing we're alive. 'Cause you're
Okay.
you called me out of
A 1-1 tie. And I think we were outmanned about 40-1. So, but here's the thing, folks. It's all going to come down now to the watermelon eating contest. It all comes down to the watermelon eating contest. Who takes the W tonight? Okay, let's see. On my parent team, who are my parents that are eating? Jen, were you in charge of the team? Okay, who do we have? Tad, Carter, you, and did we want Dave Danglis? Oh. Okay, what? Kyle? Carlita? We need someone who can pound it back quick, people, and I want the win. We have speed. We need amount and speed. Okay. Okay, so that's the winning team right there. Tad, Kyle, Jen, and who's my Carter. Carter. Okay. Josh, come here, Josh. Yes. Yes, that's right. Okay, so Josh, come here, Josh. So, what's that? So you have to have one female on your team. Okay, come on up, Lauren. Yes, you get to come up here. So we have Josh and Lauren. So what we're doing is we're picking the team that's going to lose. So he has the room.
I've got a sweet salvation and it's beautiful. I've got a heart overflowing 'cause I've been restored. There ain't nothing gonna steal my joy. No, there ain't nothing gonna steal my joy. When the valleys that I wander turn to mountains that I can't climb. Oh, you are with me. You never leave me. Oh, 'cause there ain't nothing gonna steal my joy. I got an old church choir singing in my soul. I've got a sweet salvation and it's beautiful. I've got a heart overflowing 'cause I've been restored. There ain't nothing gonna steal my joy. No, there ain't nothing gonna steal my joy. Clap your hands and stomp your feet till you find that gospel beat, 'cause it's all you'll ever need, all you'll ever need. Clap your hands and stomp your feet till you find that gospel beat, 'cause it's all you'll ever need, all you'll ever need. I've got an old church choir singing in my soul. I got a sweet salvation and it's beautiful. I've got an old church choir singing and joy. I stand before you now. The greatness of your renown. I have heard of the majesty and wonder of you, King of heaven. In humility I bow as your love and wave after wave crashes over me, crashes over me. For you are for us, you are not against us. Champion of heaven, you made a way for all to enter in. I've heard you calling my name. I have heard
Okay, everyone come have a seat.
that you say
And our student leadership team, go ahead and come on up. I know it's kind of sad to be sitting up here after you just got the big L again.
to your grace.
Come on up, kiddos. No, but you're beautiful. That's a good question. You'll find out tonight how you can be. I know. Okay, Jacob. Let's see. Bruce, can you get the kids in? Thank you.
Are you sitting or no?
Okay, so, yeah, you can.
Lucas, you get the mic.
All right. Is this everyone? Is this everyone? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I was gonna.
So everyone up on this stage right now, they are all a part of our student leadership panel. And there's some other kids that are also a part of it. You can look at the names. And so today we're going to be asking them a bunch of questions, just kind of like, what's it like? Some really important facts about themselves. We're going to be getting deep. So we're going to start off with, let's see, a speed round of questions. So you guys have to be quick. You got to be quick with passing the mic. This is real. Okay, are you guys ready? We're starting off with you, Lucas. Okay, speed round. Best game at SRSM.
Number 4.
The game we just played. I forget what it's called.
What he said, yeah.
Nice.
Handball.
Nice.
Hide and go seek.
Come on. Come on now. And last one?
Dodgeball.
Dodgeball. All right. Starting with you. Best snack.
Walking tacos.
Popsicles.
I don't have a favorite or best one, I guess.
Powder donuts, I guess. If that's gas station food. That's it.
Yeah.
Walking tacos.
Awesome. Okay. Best thing about small group.
Sharing feelings.
Aww.
That's awesome. The kids. Wow.
What a charmer.
Yeah. I guess yeah.
No, you. Y'all can't ride on Lucas's wave.
Lucas-
Think of your own thing.
I like that I get to see Lucas.
Oh yeah, nice.
I get to have fun with people.
The people in my small group.
To have fun.
Nice. Okay, last one. Best activity. So whether that's beach, CLT, hikes, stuff like that.
Youth camp.
Nice.
Hiking.
Yeah.
Hiking or when we go to the movies.
Oh, that's good. I like Christian leadership training.
Nice.
Beach day.
Sweet. Beach day. That'd be my favorite too. Okay, so now we're going to get to the real stuff. You guys survived the speed round. You can do the rest. So now we're going to get some more in-depth answers. So we're all wondering, what is it like to be on or like how is SRSM preparing you for the future?
I mean, like, maturely, and it, like, teaches you to get out of your comfort zone and, like, talk up stage.
Like this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it's really fun.
Nice, Lucas. Yeah, so whoever has, answers,
Okay.
pop it up.
I think, what was the question?
So how
SRSM.
is SRSM preparing you for your future?
Okay, SRSM is preparing me for my future by just like, they raise up leaders and they tell us like, I don't know, not tell us, but they give us, I guess, good ways to like minister to people outside the schools or outside the church, and they just really focus on kind of raising up leaders, which I think is awesome, so we can go and make impacts in the world.
Awesome.
So I love that.
Well, for me, it's just like teaching me how to lead, which I'm not very good at, and just like, I don't know, yeah.
For me, it's just really getting out of my comfort zone.
Same for me, getting out of my comfort zone and, like, being on here and speaking.
Yeah, and you guys are killing it, right? Yeah? Okay, so at SRSM, Shadow Rock Student Ministries, we are a family and we love each other. But not only are we a family here, but how has SRSM in particular been able to make you a better family member when you go back home? This is kind of a hard one. So how has SRSM made you a better family member when you go back home? You got one, Lauren?
Okay. For me, I hope it's making me a more productive family member.
I've got nothing.
I think it's helped with my family by like helping me live a balanced life. I don't know. Like I used to like I wouldn't spend enough time with my family, I guess. So like I would do, I don't know, train for sports a lot or study a lot and then like spend no time with my family. Now it's kind of gone like.
Yeah. So now you're equal now.
Well, I'm working on it. I'm not the best, I
It's a work
guess.
in progress, right?
That's right.
Being nicer to my little brother.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good
I
stuff.
always talk about youth and in the car.
Yeah. He's probably can't wait to be here with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so why do you think other students should get involved in SRSM? So think of kids that are at your school and you sit next to. Why do you think that they should come here? What's so special about it?
I mean, it's like a family, and it's kind of like life-changing, and like it's like a preparation for the future, like even like at school.
That's good stuff, Lucas.
All right. I'm going to say something that everybody here better know. We're going to say it on 3. If you don't know it, take an L. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Everybody's life is better with God in it. That's right.
Yeah.
Amen. Shadow Rock Church.com.
Check it out.
Well, Aiden stole what I was going to say, so.
Well, it's a lot of fun, and the people here are just amazing.
Aw,
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
What's
It's
up?
a lot of fun.
Yeah,
be-
it is.
yeah.
It's pretty cool. So lately we had this, I guess, sermon series where students got to speak, and we had a big panel of really awesome adults that are involved in our church that came out and spoke into our lives. And it was all talking about how we can not only be used for God in our future, but how we can be used for God now. So how is God using you guys today?
I don't really have an answer for this.
And neither do I.
Think about it.
Yeah, ponder it. I think, I guess God is using me now through like Pizza with Jesus. I love that. It's on Fridays at 4 p.m.
It's really fun.
If you guys want to go or something. It's really awesome. Like, I love it. It's cool.
Like inviting people to FCA at my school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's always repping that FCA shirt every Friday, right? Yeah. Yep.
Tuesday.
Oh. Yeah. Do you guys have anything to add? How is God using you guys today? I mean, just thinking off the top of my head, looking at you guys. You're the drummer for our church.
That is true.
Come on now. Let's jog our memory a little bit. You're always back there in children's ministry, right? Kaylee, your children's ministry. Like, these guys are, like, involved not only at youth group, but, like, in our regular services. They go to both services. It's really neat. So I have a couple more questions for you guys. So how do you think that God's going to use you in the future? So I guess.
Oh, okay. You got it, Lucas.
I always kind of wanted to be a youth pastor.
Nice. That's super cool. Didn't know that. That's neat.
I think it's just my drumming apparently has influence on people, so that's cool, and yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have anything.
Let's see. Does Aiden got something?
So I think God can use me in the future by, like, I want to be a pastor, so I want to influence people's lives, I guess.
Nice. Maybe a duo team right here?
duo, yeah.
Yeah.
And David Talley.
Okay, yeah, right in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah, started on church.
He doesn't
Shadow
really
Rock
know
Church,
that he's a
dos.
part of this plan, but
Yeah.
yeah. So do you guys have anything else to add on that point? No? Well, God's going to be using all of you guys and every single one of you out here for great things in the future. And if you doubt that, talk to me and I'll convince you that he is going to use you for great things. And so now we're going to do a little bit like different things. So we have some parents here. Thank you guys so much for spending your Sunday night out here. Can we give like a big hand for our parents and just show them we love them? Yeah? We love you guys. So now I'm going to ask a tough question. It's called reverse mentoring. And so what advice would you have for parents? So, yeah, what advice would you give to the parents? Be easy on them.
Yeah, I'm going to keep my mouth shut on this one.
Truth with love.
Yeah.
Truth with love.
I don't have anything.
Come on, guys.
Something that I probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
Say it, yeah.
Say it. So advice that I can give my mom or my parents is going to have to be, like, yeah, they got to come to Pizza with Jesus on Friday. No, I'm joking. I don't know what it would be. That, like I care about them, I guess, even though I'm busy a lot. That's, like, something I don't think they understand. So, like, that's advice for my mom.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
Because these parents are going to, like, they want to know what you guys are thinking. So if you're afraid to say something, say something. Yeah, until I ask you. All right, there he goes.
This is specifically for my mom. Just plan.
What advice does he have for you?
Yeah, just plan stuff out, you know.
Plan
it's not always
things.
going to go how you think it is. But, you know, you could... Yeah, which would be helpful.
God's plan.
If there is a plan... I told you. Yeah, what Marvin said.
Or maybe this would be an easier question. So, what do you wish your parents understood, like, about you?
That I care about them even when I don't show it.
Nice. Yeah, that's good. Make me cry.
I think I heard. You got something, Lucas?
That school is stressful and tiring.
That's right.
Yes. And I think one thing to that point is, you know, talking to at least my parents, you know, they'll say that, yeah, my senior year, I took 3 classes, and that was ceramics and wood shop. And that is not my senior year, I mean, or my junior year. So I think that it's important to kind of relay that even though when we're stressed and, like, dealing with a bunch of schoolwork, that we still love them and we want to hang out with them. So, yeah. That concludes our SRSM Student Leadership Panel. Give everyone a hand, yeah?
Thank you. Okay, well, that was good, guys. Thanks for sharing with us. I love hearing what you guys think about things. Okay, so, and I'm going to, let's see, where are my papers? I'm going to need those slides so I can kind of know what we're doing here. So next slide, por favor. I wanted to let you guys know what we talked about this last few months and what we're going to be talking about in the future. Pastor Craig spoke today about the goals that we have in youth, and I just think it's so great. Basically, it comes down to that we're preparing students to lead now, to lead in the future, which is kind of like everyone knows, you go to high school to prepare you for the future, for your job, for marriage, all that. But then there's a caveat to that in that we're also preparing them to lead now. And these kids that you saw were just a sample of students that are in their schools, they're in their homes, and they're leading now. For me, the big thing that I tell the students is I want to be the grease to your wheels. And what you're seeing tonight is very typical of our youth service where it's student-led. So I could come up here and I could do the whole thing, but they're not getting that ownership and that leadership because it's crucial for us, for me and for Pastor Craig, that we change that statistic that he talked about this Sunday. Like, I do not want 85% of these students going to college and not attending church. Like, that's not okay. And I know that the way that we change that is that they own it when they're in these grades. And so everything we're doing is to that end, that we're preparing them to take more and more leadership and own their Christianity, own their faith. Is my hair messed up? Thanks, Hannah. And so that's really where everything comes from, is I want to hear from the students. I want to hear what their needs are, how we can best prepare them and equip them to do the things that God's called them to do, because God's called them to do incredible things now, not just when they're in the future, but when they're in their middle school classrooms, when they're on their sports teams, their dance teams. God's got a calling on their life now. It was interesting to hear a lot of the students talked about, kind of referred back to our last series, which was called Do Hard Things, the myth of adolescence and the rebelling against low expectations. And for me, it really, I'm really passionate about this because I think that right now for teenagers, they just think like, hey, if you guys don't do drugs, if you make it out of high school without having sex, if you have, a decent GPA, you're good kids. Well, I don't buy any of that. I think that the expectations for things that you guys can do is up here, and I see it time and time again in our students. And so just calling them to step out of their comfort zone, because behind that comfort zone, nothing good, nothing exciting, nothing great happens. We have to take that first step out and say, I'm uncomfortable, but I'm going to do it. And then that's when God can use our weaknesses to shine through and really do incredible things for his kingdom. So that was our last series that we talked about. Coming up, we're going to do a series called They Were Young Once, and just a cool series that we're going to be talking about when Jesus, and it talks about he grew in stature and knowledge and wisdom. We're going to be talking about, I think, Timothy. Timothy was a young preacher and how God used him, and the things Aiden's going to be speaking on that. I think the other one is Joseph, and how God used him when he was young, and be sharing that. We're going to have students on a team that are going to be speaking one night about their experience going into 6th grade, their experience going into high school, how God's using them. So that's going to be coming up. They were young once. So I'm super excited about that series. What you've seen tonight is an introduction to our student leadership team. And what that is it's kind of the wheels to the philosophy that you guys can do hard things, that you're doing great things now, and we want to equip you. So our leadership team, the little quote that Hannah came up with is, who knows high schoolers and middle schoolers better than middle school and high schoolers? So you guys are the ones that know what your friends like, you know the kind of snacks you like, the kinds of games you play, all that kind of stuff. If I were to stand up here and to assume at my age that I know all that, that'd be ridiculous. So you guys are the experts. You're the pros on it. And so that's why we have this leadership team. They're the ones that come up with the games, with the snacks. It was their idea to bring the moms in for Mother's Day and program that. So I just love that thought that we need to tap into you guys, because your students are the ones that knows what's going on with their friends, the issues that are happening, how we can best serve them. So our leadership team has some requirements. Again, I pulled the students together who had expressed interest in doing it, and I said, okay, do you think we should have requirements? And they're like, yeah, we should. I said, okay, so what should those be? So we came up with this. First, they thought that they should all have, anyone on the leadership team should have strong relationships with Christ, and their lifestyle should be an example of that. So we're going to hold these students to a higher level of accountability than we do our general audience. So, you know, we're not going to be seeing stuff on Instagram and Facebook and Snapchat that doesn't line up with the Word of God. So their lifestyle needs to point people to Christ and not away. So I thought that was a great starting point. They need to regularly attend SRSM. You can't lead if you're not here, so that's a biggie. They come here at 5 o'clock every Sunday night. They're the ones that set up the chairs. They do our AV from start to beginning. When a couple months ago, we had adults doing that. That's all transferred over now to our student leadership team, and they do a phenomenal job. And just a little side note, that's now the pipeline. These students are being trained. They're going to be on Sunday morning doing the same thing. So this pipeline of students who are trained, that we have people back on our AV who have been trained, and that this is that place where they get to get some of that knowledge under their feet. So they do our AV, they set up stuff, they get the games ready, they do all that Sundays at 5. And you think like an hour before service, man, that time goes like that. So none of this would be able, like I could not do the stuff that we do if it weren't for that leadership. Like there's no way. So they come here, they're excited to be here, they're regular, they're faithful, and they make this happen every Sunday night. We have a monthly meeting. We just had one today. That's where we try to plan 8 weeks out of what we're going to be doing, and I have a whole sheet. I go through it with Pastor Craig in the beginning, and we brainstorm. Then we take it to the students. They brainstorm. We get the stuff they need, and they've come up with great ideas, like when one of them, I think Kennedy, said, let's get more different people in to speak. So that's when we got Trish and Ryan and Bruce. They came up and spoke about how God used their teenage years as a launch pad for what they're doing now. So great ideas come out of that leadership meeting. And we always feed them. Last time we went to Cold Stone. This time we had Panda. Sometimes we'll go see a movie. So this is the team that, like, they get fed well and they get to have fun together. So love them. And then we have an application that I took kind of off of our FCA student board application. They tweaked it a bit, and we've got that application, and it kind of takes them through why they want to serve, what their purpose is, what our purpose is, and kind of takes them through that. So those are requirements for our student leadership team. Okay, next slide. They came up with these crews. So there's 4 areas. So some people may think, oh, if you're going to be in leadership, you have to be able to come up and preach. Well, that's not the case. I don't need 50 preachers. You know, that'd be great, but I need people in AV. We need people that have a passion for our games. So we have our tech crew. Jackson McKee's our captain, all things techie. So he's doing our slides. Lucas is being trained under him right now. Aiden trained him. So it's always this pipeline of next people who are being trained to do God's service. Game crew, we've got co-captains, Carissa Martinez, David Talley. Those 2 are hysterical. Chris is yay big, DT's this big, and they've got this fierce competition about who's the best captain. So I'm always playing off that. You know, if one can't come, you know, I'm like, oh, DT's in the win. I think he's our head captain now. And she's like, no, you know, so they have a fun dynamic going. So they come up with all our games. And it's funny because before we did this, I'd always get comments, this game's lame, or, you know, all this stuff. So now I've got this wonderful pipeline. Go see those game captains. They came up with all of this. So if you've got a good idea, here's your captains. And so when they're here, they run the games, and they've done a great job with that. So we need other people on that crew to help set up for games and be there to help ref, because these kids, man, they like to cheat. No, kidding. I don't know where they get, yeah. I just say it's part of the game. Exactly. No, I'm the worst. I figure you have to catch me first, so. Then we have our link crew, and Aiden Miller is the captain of that. Link crew, they link students to activities, each other, and God. So they're going to be the ones that have the most impact or input on the messages. They're going to be the ones speaking and giving the messages. They're going to be up here doing the stage announcements. So this is the crew, public speaking. This will be your area right here. And then our plug crew, the captain's Abby Hoffman. And so this is the crew that we want everyone to feel welcome here. We want them to, when they come in, to have a great experience. And this is the crew that does this. They will pass out the announcement cards to the parents as they drop off students. They're connecting students. So if a new student comes in and is sixth grade, one of these crew members will say, oh, come, I've got another sixth grader I want you to meet. Or Emma's in the small group. Let me introduce you to Emma. So, and then they're also helping, and they kind of flow back and forth. They do our social media as well. We have a SRSM online Instagram, and we have a SRSM Facebook page, and so they do that. And so they're ultimately responsible for the experience that each student has here at SRSM. So just wanted to let you parents know and all the students know as a group, this is the process. So if any of you are interested in this, you know what's required, you know where you could be plugged in, come see me, come see one of our people on the leadership team. We can give you an application. Yes, sir. So really, we're all kind of one big team. So when we get here at 5, AV will do their stuff, but then like everyone's helping set up chairs and that kind of thing. So if there's one that you feel most passionate about, we'll probably put you in that, but then it's kind of fluid. You're able to help other places as well. Good question. Any other questions? Parentals? Any questions on this? Good? Okay. Let's see. What's our next slide? I need my paper. Oh, yes. So this is our last thing. This is how we stay connected at SRSM. All communication goes through this Remind app. So if you don't have it, parents, this is really important for you. We send out at least one remind a week and sometimes two if we've got more information to communicate. So on your phone, you put in the to box 81010, and in the message, you put at SRSM online. And so then you do that, and then we'll send you things like this went out, How many of you got the remind? Parent party? Oh, I love you all so much. That makes me so happy. Logan, you're now my favorite. Right up there. Just like that. That's how easy it is. Easy money. Okay. Okay, great. So now I'm going to call Cass and Carter up. These are our college interns. This is their second year back working with us, and so we're so thrilled to have them with us tonight. And for the summer, they are going to be helping me with everything, but particularly middle schoolers. They're going to be in their small groups. They're going to be planning some extra fun activities. And as you've heard tonight, where we've talked about that we're preparing them for the future and for now, these are two students. Carter came here when he was 10. Cass has been here since you're a couple years, 13. So they have gone through the entire thing. So we're going to give them a few minutes to talk about how they've been prepared, what that looks like in their lives. As Cass is a college graduate, Carter just finished his second year of college. So we're going to hear from them.
Awesome. All right, really excited to be a part of this. I'm going to quickly just talk about how I've been prepared in college. I think there's two central ideas that kind of surround this feeling of being prepared when you go to college. And the first one is that we're kind of creatures of habit. And so coming to church every single week and going to youth group every single week was definitely a good foundation to come from when I went off to college and I was on my own, because that's something I've always known. I've always known to go to church every single Sunday. So I'm lucky also to go to a Christian school, so I go to church like 4 times a week. But it doesn't stop me from going to church on Sunday still, because that's the pattern that I've taken from my life. So for any of you that end up going to college in let's say it's not a Christian college, it's going to be hard a lot of the time to remember if you didn't set this type of pattern up for your life, and so it's definitely prepared me. The second central idea is kind of my faith is really rooted because I've come and I've listened and I've studied and I look at the Bible and I read it and these people have some wonderful things to say up here, and if I'm home and missing it, I don't learn anything. And so once I went to college, I go to a Christian college, but people still have extremely radical ideas. And it's just insane. Like, I could go on and on about the crazy ideas that people have about Christianity. And a lot of the time, you can be easily swayed and then stumble later on because you start to feel doubtful about that thing that wasn't even true in the first place. And so it's really important to be super rooted, and I feel super prepared when I'm speaking to people that have different ideas, and it's going to be just even more so when I'm out of college and for you that don't go to a Christian college. So that's how I feel prepared.
That's great. And I second all that. That's all super true. I've been able to be out of college for a little while, still in school, but now I have my teaching credentials. So it's interesting to see how, even reaching back to Shadow Rock Church, how that has prepared me to go into the workforce. I grew up going to public schools, except for a tiny time where I went to a private school. And that was the biggest blessing in my life, because I was surrounded by people that didn't believe as I believed and that didn't act as I would act. And sometimes it'd even be like a source of humor when they're like lighting up in my CP history class and they're like, oh, don't show Cassie, like she won't believe in it. And like you joke about it. But because of Shadow Rock Church and because I actively participated, I was able to voice my opinion on things without alienating people, without preaching to them, by being relational. And then when I went off to college, again, Christian college, I was able to say, okay, you say that. I think you have a lot of spirituality in you. Where can we find that in the Bible? Because I haven't believed that. And you search, and you have this basis to come back to that gives you roots, like you said. So now I'm going to be teaching in public schools, and I feel so prepared to handle the tricky waters of not being able to speak about my faith, but also live my faith. I already had a situation where 2 boys were so upset and hurt about some systematic injustices that they read about in a history textbook. And I was able, these little 4th graders, to just kind of sit them down and without speaking a word about Christ, speak about his love and speak about that everything that he's done for me without blowing my cover, you know? So it's just because I actively participated in Shadow Rock Church. I can't stress that enough. You don't gain these skills by osmosis. You don't gain it by being in the room. You gain it by listening, by taking part, and by being in leadership and serving. That's, I'm eternally grateful for Shadow Rock because of that. I don't even care.
So she's going to give out some upcoming events that we've got going on. A lot of the things coming up right now that you need to focus on the most is in July. And then there's June. I forget the order of the months. And then, we've got some stuff for July and August. And one thing before Cassie's going to read some of these is our job here is to make this summer as fun as possible for all of you. And so the same thing goes as she spoke before. You guys are the leaders here and the people that know it the best. I mean, I just, it's been like 2 years, but, I could be out of the loop. Who knows? So, so you guys let us know what you want to do. That's the stuff that'll be happening in July and August mostly, is those things that you guys come up with. We have ideas, but I'd love to hear some of yours. So whenever you guys want, come up to us. We've been talking, and we'd love to talk more.
Yeah, so please let us know. Last summer was super fun because of student suggestions. We went rock climbing. We did this desert-wide scavenger hunt. It was so much fun. Game nights. Yeah, so there's a lot of things. You guys, think big and talk to us, and we'll see if we can make it a reality. So some of the things that we have on the schedule so far, looking at your calendar, we have SRSM Newbie Night in 2 nights, which is super exciting. That's when we'll welcome in all of our 6th graders, our 5th graders that are becoming 6th graders, and that's a huge opportunity for you guys to include some people that might be a little nervous to be starting in a brand new environment. So we have Newbie Night. The following weekend, it goes back to back. We're going to have SRSM at the park, and we're going to do water wars. So that'll be so much fun. We have all sorts of water balloon slingshots and just crazy things that we did last year. That was intense. And then we're going to have Dad's Day, the Sunday after. So that's on Father's Day. We're going to bring our dads, and we're going to get crazy. It'll be so much fun.
June 19th through the 22nd. June 19th is not a Sunday, by the way. That week, I'd stress this is only for high schoolers, and I'd stress to put that in your calendars right now and plan for that because it's really, really important. Talk about being prepared. The things that I learned in Christian leadership training, I still do. Like, I mean, I'm definitely, what is it called? I steamed my clothes this morning. I'm telling you, I learned from the Christian leadership training. I learned how to do my laundry in Christian leadership training. I mean, this is amazing. I love Christian leadership training. You guys got to go. You learn a lot of good stuff. These are applicable stuff that you need to do. And the 22nd that day, we're going to the beach. High school only. High school only. June 24th, SRSM after. It's a pool party. I don't know where it is. Okay, so that'll be fun. I love swimming, especially when it's hot. June 28th, we have SRSM Day at the Beach, so that's another beach day. Oh. Important. Love the beach days. It's one of the most fun days. I look forward to it every single year. It's one of the only times I go to the beach. So, June 30th through July 4th is Fellowship of Christian Athletes Camp. You can talk about that.
Yeah, so I've never been, but I have a lot of people who have been. It's so much fun. If you like sports even a little bit, like I am not athletically inclined, but I would go to FCA camp because they have like a surf group you can join, which is so chill and super fun. So it's just an amazing place to go, improve your craft and your sport if that's what you're into, make amazing relationships and fellowship with people that have your similar passions and interests. So definitely start praying about that, start looking at that, talk to Christy, talk to different people. It would be amazing. Oh, we call her Miss Durkee. I didn't know if that was like a youth pastor thing. We call her Christy.
All right, guys, it's time to get hype because July 23rd through the 27th is youth camp. Yeah! All right. I'm so happy about youth camp, you guys. I'm man, okay, we've won like a few times. We got to win, okay? I'm tired of losing. No more losing, all right? Be ready. Oh, all right, there has been a payment date, but it's not too late to sign up for youth camp. So there are papers in the back. There's some things that we're going to have you guys come over to Cassie and myself after. So these Beach Day sign-ups in the back. And then also back there is going to be youth camp sign-ups, and you have to sign the waiver and all that. So that's really important.
Yeah, so for these signups, we don't need money, we don't need anything. This is just saying you're interested in going. So you sign your name on here, you talk to your parents, and this is the first step to making the beach days happen because it's super fun.
Yeah, and I just came from a place where they said their youth camp, they said, was super, super cheap, and they had like 250 people go, and it was like $220 or something like that. So this youth camp is $250. That's so cheap. Amazing, because there's a lot of people. It's really, really big, and it's really, really fun. So amazing deal. I'm actually astounded that it's that cheap. I didn't know. July 31st is another beach day, and August 8th is another beach day. But remember, guys, let us know what stuff you want to do. I I've got some great ideas, and I think if you guys don't like it, I don't want to do it. So just let us know.
All right, thank you.
Okay, so you guys have the dates now. You can, if you have any questions on any of that, let me know. The cost for the beach days are $25. That includes transportation and a dinner. So any of those beach days, put your name on so we can start making sure we have transportation. We have camp forms in the back. They look like, so if you're interested but you don't want to, you can't pay right now, just at least fill out the application. If you are interested in needing some scholarship money, we've got that form at the back table. So just see me if you have any questions about any of that. And do you guys have any questions for me about calendar, dates? Yes, ma'am. Yes. 25. Yeah, so what we're doing right now for each beach day, I've reserved a 12-passenger van, so I've at least got that space. And then depending on the sign-ups, we'll start adding cars to it. Yeah. Good questions. $25, and then that's transportation here and back. We leave at 8 a.m., and we're back by 10 p.m. And we have a bonfire dinner with s'mores and hot dogs and all that good stuff. Yeah. It's an all-day thing. We go down to Balboa Beach, so you can bring money for lunch. They've got the Fun Zone pizza, that kind of thing. They've got bathrooms, easy parking, and it's been a great place we've gone to for years. Nice and safe and clean-ish. Bathrooms, wear your flip-flops always. Okay, any other questions? Okay, so let's pray. Dear Lord, thank you so much for this great evening that we get to hang out with the parents and the students and be excited about the great things that you're doing in our students' lives and in the summer, things that you're going to bring about for them, dear Lord. And we just pray that the students will have a great week, that they'll start preparing for their finals, that they'll have lots of work ethic to do the best that we do. Everything we do is unto you, dear Lord. Be with the families, be with the parents, help them to have wisdom with their students, and just help them have a great night tonight. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. Okay, so before you guys run off, we've got our little encouragement tunnel. We do this every week with our adult volunteers. You go through, you high-five the kids, give them love, and then, what's that? Yes, we have announcements. Hold on. Sorry, Aiden, come on up. And then after announcements, we're going to go out and we've got walking tacos, which are some of our students' favorite snacks. Okay, Mr. Miller. Thank you. Newbie night and SRSM after in 2 weeks.
Both of them?
June 3rd.
Okay, can I say something about Pizza with Jesus? Nice this. Hey, next week, 2 weeks from now, we have newbie night, so bring all your elementary school friends and your 8th grade friends going into high school. If you have no friends, make them. I don't know, do your thing. And another announcement is Friday, we have Pizza with Jesus at 4 p.m., but it's going to end at 7 p.m. because we're going to hang out and do fun stuff. Bubs, yeah, whatever. All right, so everybody be there. Don't be square. That's right. Amen.
Okay, let's have our middle school ladies head on out. Middle school ladies. Yes, Nathaniel. Almost. Wrong on both counts. High school ladies, head on out. Oh, no, I'm totally about gender. Middle school boys, head on back. Middle school boys, we know how you guys like walking tacos. High school gentlemen, head on back.